are not alone in the Premier League table. In fact, sharing a spot on points with the team they face today. Few moments in this game as special as what you just witnessed. Keith Stroud, the man with the whistle here today, hoping it stays on a friendly pace, and we are underway. Swansea in their all-white, Liverpool in their familiar red, moving from right to left, and you could see Lazar Markovic pushing forward, the young Serbian trying to put Swansea under pressure instantly, and in for the bald-headed Jonjo Shelvey. Shelvey still just 22 years of age and still full of promise. Didn't quite get the chance to deliver that promise for Liverpool and set out for a bit of seasoning. And now, I guess, looking to bite the hand that fed him. Again, Phil Shane alongside Ian Joy. And Ian, your footballing life got its start near this area. And when you take a look at what's been going on at Liverpool lately, something special is brewing.
Yeah, you can sense that Liverpool are not too far away from finding that top form. It's just been difficult for them in front of goal, trying to replace Luis Suarez, and the talk will forever continue until they do find that goal scorer that finds the back of the net consistently. Good ball forward.
Trying to cut back Ricky Lambert, who hasn't seen much time this season, getting a chance to shine here today. Good clearance out of the back. Fede Fernandez and Ashley Williams will have their work cut out for them, even if this is a reserve side. Liverpool still deeper than Swansea, and I think in some ways that has to give a lot of credit to what Gary Monk has been able to do in a relatively short period of time. Strange start to the season, however. Ball inside and no problem as it bounds to the 35-year-old Gerhard Tremmel, the ex-Red Bull Salzburg man.
Well, that's a good opportunity right there, Phil, with Henderson breaking forward on the right-hand side, just waiting for the run from Ricky Lambert. It doesn't come to the near post.
Does Henderson's role change with Gerrard out of the lineup and Lucas Leiva in?
Oh, certainly more leadership comes into mind with Henderson. If there is a player that has been impressive so far in a Liverpool jersey this season, Henderson springs to mind. He's been absolutely fantastic. And of course, when the results don't go your way, it's difficult to pinpoint that quality that he's provided. And now gets his opportunity to shine, representing with the captain's armband as well.
Ball down into the corner. Toure shepherding. Strong challenge, but it just results in a slightly quicker goal kick, says Keith Stroud. Mario Balotelli in uniform but on the bench, a bit of a chuckle, and then again that might not go that well. Balotelli drawing the spotlight even without the t-shirt. Mention Ricky Lambert getting the call here today, and you kind of sense, well, not the touch that he would have liked, but if he responds well, it might be an extended run. Here's Shelvey sending it wide for Rangel. Deflected cross, and the Spaniard will have to settle for a throw.
Oh, well closed down from Markovic. I expect to see a lot more of that as Swansea City go forward. Both fullbacks love to push forward. Taylor on the left-hand side, Rangel on the right-hand side. Good start to the match from Shelvey also.
In for Shelvey. Seemed to be a bit erratic, a bit emotional at times. We know he's got the skill and the touch. Meanwhile, paired today with the young Scott J. Fulton.
That's an interesting one, Jay Fulton, getting his opportunity in the League Cup. And we see it so often from teams within the Premiership. They go with an opportunity for youngsters to shine, and Jay Fulton gets his chance today.
A little difficult from Leiva. A few years ago, before the injuries, he was a linchpin. However, those injuries and the arrival of Henderson have made him an also-ran. A trick just outside the box Good ball forward, and Borini taken down. It'll be a free kick just outside the area.
Well, that's what he's there to do. No Mario Balotelli today. Borini gets his opportunity going forward. Shelby just catching his heels, no question about the free kick. Dangerous position to give it away.
Talk about no Balotelli in the starting lineup. No Sturridge as well. So in effect, Lambert and Borini both getting the chance to shine. 5 minutes in. Tremmel, the veteran, about to celebrate his 36th birthday in just a couple of weeks' time. Making sure that wall lined up. 4 in the wall for Swansea. Not quite the same threat as perhaps when Gerrard is out there, but let's see what Henderson can do with the captain's armband. Three steps and a strike that misses high.
Well, they'll certainly want that one back again. Henderson just trying to whip it around the wall and find that top corner away from Tremmel. Got his technique completely wrong, Henderson.
Both of these teams having some injury issues. Mentioned Sturridge, Flanagan also a scratch. Some others being rested for Liverpool. For Swansea, Leon Britton, Amat, Tindalli, Richards, and perhaps missed most, Gylfi Sigurdsson. His class could be used here today against Liverpool, but someone else will have to step up. Johnson playing on the left today with Rangel on the right. The English international retreats back to Dejan Lovren.
Oh, good movement from Liverpool off the ball. That's wonderful play from Henderson. Very impressed with Manquillo on the right-hand side, getting forward, creating a lot of space for himself, just waiting for the ball to come his way.
Back to Henderson. Henderson and Leva pretty much flat in the midfield. Good ball forward from Markovic, trying to make something of it. Coutinho to the goal line, keeps it in play but can't keep possession. Near side, Dyer up the line but gets away from Gomes. Gomes has played in some big games, but something special about stepping onto Anfield. Still, he's got the class. Patience from Liverpool. Johnson now on the near side. Markovic, the ex-Partizan man, rolls it all the way back for Lovren. Toure. In many ways, Toure brought in for games like this. Occasional spot starts, but solid off the bench, if not a spot starter. Coutinho, something special in his boots. Lays it off, driven low, and a good stop by Tremmel to deny Leva.
Well, a great opportunity again from Liverpool. Wonderful skill from Coutinho to find Lucas. And it's not a bad effort. He gets over the top of the ball, and it's a clean strike. No trouble at all for Tremmel. Good position. A positive start for Liverpool already in the match. Coutinho getting involved in the play as much as he can. A couple of nice touches.
Under pressure, Rangel. Pinballs around, and they'll settle for a throw-in.
Well, you get a feeling that Gomes is going to be a very important player for Swansea as the game goes on. You know, Liverpool are high pressure in this team. And Gomes is going to have to do a better job of keeping hold of the play, allowing his midfielders to get up the park. That's a lovely switch.
Just hangs in the air. Manquillo able to knock it down. Lifting it forward away from Borini. Still in play and finally trickles out. Spanish left backs for both, or right backs for both teams here today. The young Atletico Madrid product Manquillo for Liverpool, brought in just before the deadline. And Rangel, now what's it, 7 years with the Swans. Beautiful turn. Lambert squares. Just a little late to the party, Borini, but the second effort deflected and eventually cleared. Shelvey. Patience to Fulton. Good turn in the midfield by Emnis, the Dutchman, brought down by Leba.
Oh, lovely start from Ricky Lambert. That's a great first touch just to get away from his defender, and an enticing ball into a danger zone. Very tricky for the goalkeeper to come out and claim it. Defenders don't want to make contact with the ball, frightened to put it in back of their own net. Well done, Ricky Lambert.
Only 2 wins in 19 trips to Anfield, Ian, but the last win was in this very tournament almost 2 years ago to the day when they went on to win it. So hoping lightning strikes twice. Deflected forward by Markovic, falls for Coutinho. Lays it off for Henderson. Puts it in reverse, and the buzz dies down just a bit. Markovic, Coutinho, a bundle of energy.
Well, what a positive start for Liverpool, Phil. They're enjoying the majority of possession of the ball. They look very comfortable and composed. They're trying to go forward, and they look dangerous every opportunity they get in the final third.
Mentioned that Swansea run a couple of years ago, including the win at Anfield. That's the only time Swansea has ever made it past the 4th round in their history of this tournament. So you'd figure the odds would be in Liverpool's favor. Not a bad ball by Toure. Just mistiming it as Manquillo tried to overlap.
Well, again, it's a good start for Liverpool Football Club. The movement off the ball has been really impressive, creating an option to the player who's in possession of the ball.
By the way, we haven't talked about it. Winter might be on the horizon, but it's peaking up today. Temperature right around 50 degrees and should fall into the 40s before this one is over. Cloudy conditions, as you might expect this time of year, and a bit of high humidity, so great day to be on the pitch and play. Maybe a bit chilly on the bench. Risky ball forward by Jones, but the Aussie gets it through. Henderson plays it square, asking a lot of Toure, but he delivered. Strong run forward, Borini. It will stay. Shelvey over. And Borini slips. Shelvey clears, but not far enough. Second effort wins it back. In for Emnis, but it rolls past him. Chance for Coutinho. Drives it low. He made Fulton disappear, but he couldn't put it on target.
Oh, what a creation it is from Coutinho. He's looked like he's on his game today. Lovely touch to get it up past Fulton and then to pull the trigger. Disappointing finish in the end, but he looks like he's on form tonight. Such a dangerous player. Always looking to get involved, always looking to try and get involved on the ball and cause problems.
Seems like he's ever young, but now 22, starting to come into his prime. And he is a special talent. Today, one of those days he'll be relied upon. Shelvey back to the far side. It'll be a throw-in for Swansea. Back to Williams, and now wide Shelvey launching forward, just deflected before it finds Gomes. Lovren surrendering a corner.
Oh, communication right there. Lovren taking absolutely no chances. He doesn't know what's behind him, where Gomes is. It's a lovely switch pass from Shelvey. Lovren does the right thing by just knocking it out of play and dealing with a corner kick.
Shelvey into the center. Nice round of applause from the home fans in the corner. Probably might have turned to a few hisses if that might have been converted. Taylor. There's space if it holds. Just does on the goal line, and a takedown on a beautiful turn. Jefferson Montero, the Ecuadorian. Are they going to say it had crossed? Take another look.
Well, he does so well, Jefferson Montero, just to get contact on the ball, and does just cross the line. Barini looks like he might have dragged him down. The Liverpool players got the benefit of the doubt from the referee. And that's where Swansea City can be dangerous. Balls into the corner, allow fullbacks to get forward, allow Montero to utilise his pace, and Dyer on the other side. So far they've not done a good job of it.
When we talk about Coutinho in a central role, Montero filling the bill out wide and up front for Swansea. Exciting player. Missing flashes of that excitement this summer. Much more to come for the 25-year-old. Borini pinching on the inside, hoping for a ball. Manquillo dispossessed. Shelby again. Good ball in. Ashley steps up, slides and surrenders. Markovic. Leyva squares. Here's Coutinho. Creating some space. Sneaks it in on the run. Two players to feed, and they're both still hungry.
Well, again, it's about the creation from Coutinho. Initially, he's trying to pull the trigger, and then lifts his head up. He sees Ricky Lambert. Just slightly overhit from Coutinho. Ricky Lambert just not on the same wavelength.
BeinSports.tv. Check it out for all the latest details, plus highlights and video clips. There's our Twitter handles. Feel free to jump on board. Love to hear from you. Plenty more action coming your way. Capital One Cup, of course. The Copa Catalunya, Copa del Rey coming up. Plus more boxing, rugby, and swimming World Cup action. Pretty much everything you could want. Gomes challenging Toure. Manquillo getting tangled, but gets rid of it. Back to Williams. Or Lovren make that. Off to the near side, Johnson. Former Southampton man looking long. Tucked back Manquillo. Borini making the run. Henderson and Leyva switching. Offside the call, an easy one for Halliday on the far flank.
That's an easy decision for the linesman this time. Manquillo just stepping into that offside role, but lovely football again from Liverpool Football Club. The way they switch the play, allowing Manquillo to push forward as high as he possibly can.
Wilfred Boney available on the bench, and it's strange, especially when you consider what's been going on with Michu, the man who was the bright light for Swansea a couple of seasons ago, only to fade away when Boney arrived. And now Boney fades as Gomes steps into the spotlight. Swansea just can't seem to keep a forward hot. Launched long down the line, kept in play by Rangel. Snapped into the middle, covered by Fulton. Good touch by Dyer. However, Liverpool almost intercepts.
I think you have to be impressed with the way Swansea have dealt with a little bit of pressure in the opening 10 minutes of the match from Liverpool going forward. Now starting to enjoy more possession of the ball, looking more and more comfortable in this environment.
Chance at the top of the box. Stepping up Williams, blasting it long. Johnson will retreat and regroup.
Well, you have to be very impressed with Williams's attitude towards the game, always in the right place at the right time as that defender. So key, so important for Swansea Football Club, and already proven to be an important factor in today's match.
Deflected to the inside. Henderson keeps it rolling. You mentioned both of these teams just on the outskirts of those Champions League spots in league. One of the issues around Brendan Rodgers, though, not quite as sharp as they were last season. All of last season, they'd lost just 2 games at home. They've already done that. Swansea looking to make it 3 on the season at Anfield. Headed clear.
A wonderful pass from Henderson. Always impressive with his ability in possession of the ball. Able to lift his head up and switch the play.
Stepping back, Emnis Deflected out for a corner.
Well, very good pressure. Lovely switch of play from Henderson. And again, Manquillo has caused a lot of problems getting forward on that right-hand side, playing as a wing-back more so than a full-back.
5 in the box, cleared away. Gomes headed back to the top. Shelby intercepts. Good step up by Markovic, and cleared before it finds Toure. Swansea just trying to get it out of the danger zone. Bit of a lull here, which is actually good news for Swansea. The pass out by Jones, catching Lovren by surprise. Grimace on Brendan Rodgers' face.
Well, it happens when you don't play so regularly. Mistakes happen, and Brad Jones just lack of concentration right there. Well, Brendan Rodgers can be very happy the way his team started this match, but a little frustrated they haven't found a goal yet.
Out wide. Just not the pace to get there first for Lambert. Cut off by Fede Fernandez, the ex-Napoli man. Speaking about pickups just before the deadline, that could be a good one, a useful one for Swansea in the back. Not often you can go out and get a national team player for relatively cheap. Leva forward, good turn. Coutinho. Shelby trying to run in his wake. Liverpool will get it again, and again back to the magic man. Half-hearted run by Henderson. They go the other way. Manquillo back to Lucas Leiva. Looking for Manquillo, and a ball that squirts off Neil Taylor's boot. Another corner kick upcoming for Liverpool.
Well, he's causing all sorts of problems today, Manquillo, with his determination to get him behind the Swansea backline. It's a lovely through ball. It almost reaches its destination.
Taylor shying away at the last moment, didn't get all of it, so a dangerous free kick here. Coutinho. Lambert, but he could not bring the shot down. Getting to the point with all the promise. Some of those promises are going to have to be delivered by Coutinho. Now that the beast has been awakened, Liverpool's going to start demanding a bit more. Launched forward. Gomes couldn't hold on, cleared all the way back, and Rangel will let it run. Liverpool probably hoping it doesn't stay tied. Last time a nightmare, if you wish, but at least it was a nightmare with a pleasant finish. 14-13. A record penalty shootout to knock off Middlesbrough. Borini draws the foul. Johnson stretching Markovic. Beautiful ball wide. Manquillo looked like he might have been able to take it towards goal, but drops back for Toure. Past the midway point of this opening half. Could have been a give and go. Instead, they swing it around through Leiva. Here's Henderson. Swansea might be dropping a bit too far back. Chipping it in on the run, but the angles were off. And no problem for Tremo.
No, you're absolutely spot on there, Phil. Swansea City just sitting so deep inside their own box, allowing Liverpool to just keep possession comfortably.
Looking up the middle, Gomes just needed to get there a step quicker. Good hustle by Lovren. One of the things Rodgers wanted to do was to get a little younger on the back line. Lovren, one of the answers, crossed inside by Emnis, still curling in play, but unable to keep it in. Now on the turn, Johnson. Rangel putting him under pressure, and then a little nip on the heels takes the pressure off. Draw against Hull on the weekend. The debacle against Real Madrid in the rearview mirror, and the threat of Real Madrid in the windshield. So for as promising as Liverpool's start has been, some of those promises a bit tarnished, and they were looking to polish them up here tonight, putting Swansea under pressure but unable to really challenge Tremel. And now Montero dragging Manquillo. Sneaky ball inside, but Emnes can't control. Got to ask questions of your teammates. Emnes didn't have the answer that time. Coutinho flipping it out wide, could have been off, but flag stays down. Up steps Borini. Markovic inside, and not exactly sure what Borini was doing with that one.
Well, it is disappointing from Borini with the final product. Henderson made a fantastic run inside the box. Nobody picking him up at the top of the area. You see him arriving real late into the box. Markovic too early to the front post, grabbing two defenders away, and Borini gets his cross completely wrong. Great opportunity.
Balotelli loosening up. Likely just stretching the legs. Mentioned it is a bit chilly. Temperature right about 50 degrees at kickoff. Ball falls for Coutinho. We've seen him score on those, just not this time. Mentioned some of the injuries to Sturridge. Some good news on the training table. Mamadou Sakho coming close to being healthy again. That should be a good pickup again for Rodgers. Knotted down Emnes. Shelvey blasting it long. Actually, it was Gomes. Hard to tell the cornrows. Poked free. And here's Coutinho. Markovic running down the left side. Borini available on the right. Finds Henderson. Kisses it off Markovic. And he should have done better. Not a bad ball from Henderson.
No, lovely football again. Coutinho lifts his head up. Henderson does a great job of getting forward. It's fed up perfectly well to the left-hand side for Markovic. But he gets his strike completely wrong. Horrible effort in the end. A lovely breakaway again from Liverpool. Great football. Lucas does a great job of winning possession of the ball in midfield. And how quick Liverpool break is frightening.
Markovic has been active here today. Mentioned 20 years of age, already 15 caps for Serbia. Going to need to be a bit sharper, though, to score against Swansea. Liverpool has had problems against top-flight sides in this competition. Haven't beaten a Premier League side since 2006 in the League Cup. Rangel wide. This could be dangerous. Dyer with a bit of space. Tries to go around Johnson. Continues to keep the pressure on and forces it free for Shelvey. Back for Dyer. Leva tried to pounce. Little hesitance from Fulton, but Swansea with possession. Trying to burn around Manquillo. Montero pokes it across. It looked like the drop might have been the better option.
Well, that's wonderful from Jefferson Montero. We've seen him so many times on BeinSports through World Cup qualifications, utilising his pace. It's the first time tonight we've seen him get in behind Manquillo. Just chooses the wrong option. All three players looking for the cutback. Jefferson Montero had other ideas.
Knotted down. Poked free, and it falls for Coutinho. Looking for an angle. Markovic with him. Drawing three defenders. Sneaks it in. Back for Markovic. Shelvey again. Outstanding first half by the ex-Liverpool man.
A terrific start to the match from Coutinho. Well, his vision, his creation is frightening. The ability to lift up his head and find a pass that most players wouldn't see is exceptional. I'm just on about Markovic there with the opportunity that Liverpool did create. You know, normally used to playing in that right wing position, a little uncomfortable on the left foot.
Back to Lovren, near side Johnson. You can see still favoring that right foot. And that's something that they lose a bit. He is so dangerous with his speed down the right-hand flank, but still not quite comfortable enough on the left.
Well, he's got the experience to sit comfortably in that left role. And also being impressed today with Manquillo. And now you can see why Rodgers is forced to give an opportunity to a player that doesn't play so many minutes in the Premier League. Doing a terrific job tonight.
Of course, he'd been stuck behind Juanfran so much, many Atletico fans didn't know. Beautiful seeing eye ball to Coutinho. Cuts back to his right, and it just gets away. Fulton pounces just in time. Beautiful ball out of the back, and probably deserved a goal. Henderson trying to add a little spice.
Really surprised by how deep Swansea City are sitting back inside their own half. And almost inside their own area, the two centre-backs. It's allowing a little too much respect to Liverpool, who duly accept that.
Is it too much respect? Or maybe realizing that for all the flash, there might not be sizzle in Coutinho yet?
Oh, Coutinho has obviously impressed us tonight with his play and possession of the ball. Also, his creativity has been really impressive. And he's the one that shone brightly already in the match.
Although for all of that shining, Tremmel has not been tested.
Yeah, that has been disappointing, Phil. Final product.
Liverpool 6 shots, but just 1 on goal. Good hustle by Lambert. Took a while to get the ball back, but he gets Shelvey in the air, top of the box, and Williams pounces. Strong header by the big man in the back. Emnis flies away from Toure, still Liverpool ball. The danger for Liverpool, such domination that they are leaning on their front foot. Maybe one break the other way and Swansea could catch them napping.
Well, that might be the game plan from Gary Monk's side, just to sit back and absorb that pressure from Liverpool, allow them to have possession. And as you just mentioned, they haven't had too many opportunities on frame already tonight. Swansea City are having a problem of getting the ball back from Liverpool.
Gomes not as fast as he was early in his Lyon days. Emnis is fast and Boni is a flyer. So there could be even more vulnerability as the match progresses. Leva sneaking it through. No true blunders by either side at the moment. As the game progresses, the nerves get tighter. Lambert trying to sneak it down the line, but can't.
Impressive again from Williams, just closing down Ricky Lambert. He's dropping off, trying to pick up possession. Williams follows him the whole way, gets close, doesn't allow him to turn. It has been impressive from Swansea defensively. They look pretty well organised. Liverpool's speed of play has caused them a few problems already tonight.
Coutinho. Markovic trying to tee him up. Ball in for Borini, back to his left. Beautiful turn that just whistles wide.
Fantastic from Borini. Lovely opportunity. And again, the creation comes from Coutinho. And this one caught Tremmel a little bit scared on that far post. Markovic inside pass. Lovely turn from Borini. Swansea can't close him down quick enough. It's a snapshot opportunity on the left foot. He's just trying to bend it into that far post.
Swansea coming off of a relatively comfortable win over Leicester City, ending a 3-match losing streak against Sunderland, Newcastle and Stoke. Even though they've had a few wins recently, it's been a trying time for Liverpool. Started with that loss in Switzerland against Basel. Then they barely edged West Brom. They needed a late goal in the battle of own goals against QPR. Blasted low and slapped by Tremmel. And then falling against Madrid and Hull. Borini single-handedly trying to get this stadium alight.
Oh, trying to inspire the fans to be a little bit louder. How about that for winning back possession and then creating an opportunity for himself. Another wonderful strike on target this time, causing Tremo a few problems.
From the corner, goes long, Tremo out to punch it. Getting a keeper call, the ex-Salzburg man. There you can see Shelby, who's been almost foot perfect. His first mistake, and Borini almost makes him pay.
Well, you got to like the attitude from Borini tonight. Of course, frustrated with the opportunity he's not had in the Premiership. Gets his opportunity tonight to shine for Brendan Rodgers. And trying to grab it with both hands.
Although notice that was Borini coming over to the left and cutting into the right, where he's much more comfortable. Today starting on the right-hand side to give Markovic the chance. 10 minutes left in this opening half. Still no score, although Liverpool getting closer. Rangel to the inside. Well-weighted ball. Gomes on the near side. Emnes near the spot. Fernandez with a bit of a mistouch.
Yeah, slightly overhit towards Nathan Dyer, who's had a lot of problems in that right wing position for Swansea. Just getting the ball to his feet has been a real issue for Swansea. They haven't been able to keep it long enough. Here come Liverpool again.
Borini getting a little extra attention from Neil Taylor.
Well, it's never easy, Phil, to break down teams that are happy to sit back and defend when you have possession of the ball. It is frustrating sometimes as a player, but I think Liverpool tonight have done a great job of getting in behind the back four. Just not found that final product as of yet.
Taken away off Borini. Montero, oh, just needed a better angle. Well, Montero striking Flint, but not quite getting a spark. Near side Markovic. Kick back high. The Serb brings it down nicely. Open door on the far flank. Probably needed to put a little bit more weight on it. Borini. Overlap. Manquillo. In towards the 6, cleared before it returns to Borini and out for the throw.
Well done, Williams again, clearing the danger. Not really impressed with Manquillo. Disappointing with his cross into the box, but his movement has been exceptional for Liverpool on that right-hand side. It's been very heavily played on the right-hand side for Liverpool. Markovic more comfortable on the right-hand side, coming inside. Johnson, naturally right-footed, always looking to come inside. There's no real outlet on the left-hand side for Liverpool going forward. Well, clearly you can hear Lucas is not happy with that decision from the referee.
Might be a bit of an understatement. His role has changed a bit more. The enforcer, which sometimes gets him in trouble. Good touch in. Oh, just missing the stride of Gomes. Good idea by Fulton. Frenchman couldn't haul it in.
Well, that's a great opportunity. That's a good battle to keep an eye on tonight. Gomes going up against his former Lyon teammate in Lovren. Good experience to both of them. They know each other very well. So far, Lovren's had the better.
Nodded forward again, missing the angle as Gomes on a different page. '40th minute. And while it started out heavy in Liverpool's favor possession-wise, the seesaw a bit more level as this first half comes to a close. Left-footed clearance by Brad Jones. Oi, oi, oi.
Well,
Wishes he had that one back.
No real trouble coming his way tonight, Brad Jones. He's just had problem when he's had the ball at his feet. Maybe a little nerves coming into play.
Leva again. Almost falls for Coutinho. Rangel did well, but then lingers on the ball. Markovic to Coutinho. Has support. Back in for Markovic. Stepping up Williams again. Leva with his second shot from long distance, and it's getting even longer.
Well, that's what happens when frustrations really do come into play. You're limited to your efforts from distance. Swansea City defensively better. Just look at Manquillo on the right-hand side. That run in behind the defence might have been the better option for Lucas in possession. In the end, he goes for the strike on target. Frustration certainly coming into play for Liverpool. And Brendan Rodgers will be reasonably happy with the way his team's kept possession of the ball. Really disappointed with the team's final product in front of goal. But there has been some individuals tonight. Manquillo on the right-hand side. Markovic has been involved. Coutinho certainly star players. And Borini's been another one. There's a lot of positives for Liverpool.
So what do you do considering it's still not working? Emnis drawing a foul about 30 yards out on an angle. Lallana on the bench, and Balotelli we already saw loosening up. Although I'm sure Brendan Rodgers would like to be able to win this one without them.
Well, in some way, Brendan Rodgers needs to find positive vibes back into this Liverpool club. Of course, in League Cup, it gives you an opportunity to test a few players that haven't played many minutes in the Premier League. But Liverpool are desperate to bring back those victories, and tonight's another opportunity. It's been a good performance from Liverpool, but they haven't got the job done yet. And they've conceded a free kick in a very dangerous position.
Shelvey trying to time the run. 5 bursting forward towards the back post. Cleared, but only to the top of the box. The shot from Dyer screws wide. Not a bad idea.
You can see exactly what he's trying to do, Phil. That's a lovely ball from Shelvey into the danger zone. Dyer's just trying to find it into that far corner. Takes the slightest of deflections out for a corner kick. He hasn't been involved too much tonight, Dyer, on the right-hand side. He's been starved of the ball.
From the corner flag, looking long. Falls again. Gomes couldn't find it in time, and it's just blasted all the way back to the German keeper. Tremmel. Now, if you're Gary Monk going up against your old boss, you have to feel a bit more comfortable as this half draws near than you might have been in the opening 10 minutes. Three in the box. Montero sneaks. Emnis towards the goal line, trying to lift it up. You see that more and more. At least a corner, maybe even a handball. They'll settle for the corner.
Well, he'll be more and more happy, Gary Monk, as the time goes on and ticks closer to half-time with the way his team's handled pressure from Liverpool. And over the last 5 minutes, they've enjoyed the majority of possession, created more chances.
Shelvey again. Lots of bodies near the 6. Dyer to the middle. Couldn't get the shot away, but he will get a foul just outside the arc.
Well, Henderson clearly doesn't believe that this was a free kick, but Dyer's looking for the free kick the whole time, slightly away from the ball. Henderson senses an opportunity to snap the ball away from his feet. And that's 50-50.
.80 seconds remain in regulation play. Anfield in a hush. Shelvey against his old side, and he can score from here.
Well, he certainly has the ability, that's for sure. He's whipped in a couple of nice balls for Swansea tonight.
Can he put Jones to the test? Emness there, but likely just window dressing. 5 in the wall, 4 towards the right of the target. Keep an eye on Gomes lurking at the back. It's Shelby. Drives it low. And good parry by Jones to keep it away from Gomes. Blasted back in, but cleared away. Well, Jones getting the job done.
Yeah, very good save, Phil, from Jones. Alert and aware. Good power behind the strike from Shelby.
Sneaking it in again. Skims just over Emness. Swansea lulling Liverpool for the first 40 and now trying to put them to bed.
Yeah, they're causing a few problems now, Swansea.
Rangel. Emness loses it though to Lovren. Borini tripped up in the center circle as we head to added time. And that will do it. Not a second barely to be added. Liverpool and Swansea level at the break.
Yeah, certainly Brendan Rodgers will be happy with some of the things his team's done tonight. Creativity has been there from Coutinho. They've got him the ball as much as they possibly could. Borini's been impressive. Markovic, impressive. Manquillo on the right-hand side. So it sets up for a perfect second half at 0-0.
Coutinho showing flashes. Shelby causing a few of his own. But there is no score at Anfield at the half of this 4th round encounter.
We have the assurance that all the systems are working correctly. The exercise tonight is a complete success.
More opportunities. We're disappointed in the final third with the final product. And still lacking that killer instinct around the box and inside the box, which is so difficult to replace when you've had such a goal scorer scoring so many goals. You rely so heavily on that. But
you're talking
today's
about
match,
that guy that's not up for the Ballon d'Or?
Exactly, that guy right there.
Now, admittedly, he had some say in the matter in regards to his ultimate transfer to Barcelona, but you think about what might have been if they hadn't made the deal with PSG. Even though he might be struggling in Paris, Cavani at Anfield could make these fans forget about Suarez, perhaps.
Well, they need a goal scorer, Liverpool. They need some sort of killer instinct in and around the box. It's been lacking.
No changes at the half. Liverpool bursting forward, looking to strike quickly. The lofted ball for Lambert cleared away. Shelby giving chase. Lambert gets it out on the flank, denied by Ashley Williams, and it goes away for a throw-in. Swansea will take it.
Well, positive start to the second half from Liverpool. Everybody rushing forward, trying to create an option to the player on the ball. Good ball into the box. Good sign of things to come for Brendan Rodgers in the second half. We'll soon find out.
Ball bangs off of Williams. A little check by Emness up for Gomes. Down the line, Montero, and it's knotted across. Well, saw it there on those two plays as well. And for all of the bright notes from Coutinho and Shelby, Ashley Williams arguably up there for the best performance in the first half.
Yeah, excellent performance from Ashley Williams defensively.
Coutinho on his left favors the right, see what he can do, tries to cut back, and Shelby picks his pocket.
Well, you'd have to admit that Gary Monk has been reasonably happy with his team in the first half when they have had possession of the ball. Probably disappointed that his team's dropped so deep inside their own half, but maybe weathered a bit of a storm. Now gives them the opportunity with Gomes up front and some talented players that sprinkled around him to cause some problems. Throw everything at this match. This is a great competition, and we already know what Swansea have done in this competition in history. There's another opportunity for them here today at 0-0.
Well, it's the only time they've made it through the 4th round was when they won it, and they had to go through Anfield to do it. A little slip by Johnson keeps the ball alive for Dyer. Next Southampton man couldn't force it through. They'll settle again for a throw-in. For all the problems Liverpool has had, Swansea unbeaten in 4 League Cup games against Premier League sides, 3 wins and a draw. Or some of that success coming back in the days when Brendan Rodgers would have been in the other dugout. Nice ball from Hamilton. Henderson make that wide. Manquillo back for Henderson. Tries to caress it in and almost met Borini at the station.
Oh, lovely ball. Lovely skill. Manquillo on the right-hand side. This is a beautiful ball from Henderson. And Tremel reads it well right ahead of Ricky Lambert, who's trying to get on the end of the pass. A positive start to the second half from Liverpool.
Take a look at the statistics. 9 shots to 2. Liverpool in favor, but only 2 of those 9 were on target. 7 fouls to 5. Corners even at 3, and 2 offside for the Reds. Trying to sneak that one in, but Lambert had the brakes on. Coutinho starting to show some displeasure. Little touch. Emnes returning the ball for Gomes. I'd love to see Emnes just lower his head and use his speed, but doesn't seem as though he wants the spotlight, at least not yet.
Much
Here's
better
Fulton.
from Gomes, getting involved, holding up possession for Swansea to get forward. That's good play.
Dyer with an opening, headed by Toure, straight to Montero. Tries to sneak around but can't. Manquillo doing well. Out for the corner kick.
Well, he does concede the corner kick, Manquillo. But absolutely fantastic in his position and defensively tonight. Offensively, he's been outstanding, but defensively, there's only been that one time that Swansea got him behind.
Ball stripped away. Went to the well once too often. Shelby. Gomes on the turn. Maybe would have been better to go to Emnes, but now back for Dyer, trying to drag it around Johnson. A bit of a shoulder barge, but shoulder to shoulder. And Keith Stroud says okay.
Yeah, no real complaint from Dyer here. Johnson just gets caught out of position. Dyer utilizing his pace to get him behind. It's a lovely 1-2 with Gomes. The body check play from Johnson. He gets away with it.
Possession nearly 60% for Liverpool. Scoreboard, though, dead level as Fede Fernandez gets back to his feet. The Argentine and the Italian with a meeting of the minds.
Well, he's had a good game tonight, the referee. He's allowed a lot to go. This one a little too high for his liking from Borini. It hasn't been an aggressive match by any means, that's for sure.
Emnes for Gomes. Always seems to want to cut back rather than burst forward, and that let Leyva sneak through the window.
Yeah, a little bit hesitant tonight, but for Gomes, when he's had the ball. You know, it's difficult when you're playing as that lone striker up front. You're always more hesitant, trying to link up with your midfielders rather than being a bit more selfish.
Chance now again. Lambert with a hard challenge by Fulton. This time the whistle does blow in our first card of the match.
Well, rightfully so from the referee. Certainly a hard challenge from Fulton. Reminiscent of his father, Stevie Fulton, who was an excellent footballer, but a very aggressive footballer.
Cut from the same cloth.
He's shone brightly tonight when he's had the ball at his feet. Fulton put himself into some good positions defensively.
Chance for Lambert, waiting. Delivers back Coutinho, cuts to his left, favors the right, drives it into the chest of Tremel. Still in play, but gifted right back, complete with a bow for Montero. Swansea having a bit of success in the second half, going at that left side with Johnson. But they've been vulnerable themselves. Manquillo lurking, and Tremel uses his height.
Oh, he's been impressive tonight, Tremel. Hasn't been called upon too many times.
Stripped away, Johnson to the goal line, one touch too many, and Fernandez says thank you very much. Tremel, right about 6'3", mentioned about to turn 36 years of age, but a patient keeper. Blasted away by Shelby. Williams is down, or actually it's Taylor who would cut inside the big man in the back, and he's grabbing his knee.
Well, he hit the deck pretty quickly, Taylor.
There.
Certainly not happy with Borini's challenge there. That's a little bit aggressive from Borini off the ball. Referee didn't catch it, allowed play to go on.
Landed rather awkwardly right on the kneecap. Probably more of a bruise than a pull, but doesn't feel good for Neil Taylor. Good look at Gary Monk, the ex-captain of the Swans.
Well, you have to be impressed with what he's done with Swansea City so far. Obviously a disappointing campaign under Michael Laudrup after that success that they had, surprisingly so.
Some saying Laudrup was more interested in his next job than his current one. Gary Monk, though, he's got Swansea in his blood.
Yeah, it bleeds the club. I think that's great to have, and we know that the Welsh fans around the world, they love their football clubs with a passion. Swansea City no different. They've had a great deal of success over the last 3 or 4 years, especially in this competition. And Gary Monk knows all about it.
Their counterparts to the north in Cardiff. Their owner, Vincent Tan, reportedly to be a minority owner in the new franchise that will be joining in LA for Major League Soccer in a couple years' time following the dissolution of Chivas USA. Let's just say things a little more copacetic in Swansea than Cardiff. 55th minute approaches. Markovic.
There needs to be a little bit more from Markovic. And I mentioned already, he doesn't look too comfortable on that left-hand side going down to the line. He's tucking inside all the time on his favourable right foot.
And if anything, I think it's forced Borini on his off foot as well. That might be the first change of the match. Markovic driving on Rangel, drops it back. Coutinho sneaks it across to no one.
Well, he's the only one tonight, Coutinho, that's trying to find that killer pass. It's been really disappointing in the final third, and we've seen a lot of it over the last 3 weeks from Liverpool. Disappointment all round.
In case you're wondering, no Sterling on the day, who might be just what this match needs from a Liverpool perspective. They do have the young German Emre Can, and I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see him pretty soon in place of Markovic. A little bump trying to shield, and Rangel and Montero not quite fond of each other at the moment.
Well, I mentioned already, he's controlled the game very well, Mr. Dow, that's for sure. And these two going at each other all throughout the course of the game. Akio getting forward, forcing Montero to tuck back inside. And then Montero himself, he's got more and more involved in the game as it's gone on.
Driven by Shelby on a rope just over Dyer. Thought it was going to settle, and it never quite did.
Well, he's been disappointing tonight, Nathan Dyer, on the right-hand side. Shelby's switched the play on 3 or 4 occasions to him. 1v1, he's looked a little bit tentative at running at defenders. Not been involved in the game as much as everyone would have liked to have seen.
Toure under pressure. This could be an opening. Borini tapping it forward. Drives on Taylor. Squares, and a chance for Henderson. Coutinho off the thigh. Markovic gives it right back, but steals it a little unfairly, says Stroud in the process. Stroud, the 45-year-old from Bournemouth, who are also in action. One of the Cinderellas that have still been invited to the dance, taking on West Brom today. Markovic a bit fortunate not to see the book for that. Gomes missed the target. Johnson to Toure. Approaching the hour mark. For Shrewsbury and Chelsea also on BeinSports. Check out BeinSports.tv for details. Spurs and Brighton, City and Newcastle up tomorrow. Markovic using his speed, and beautiful defense in the back by Rangel.
Well, that's more like it from Markovic. Picking up possession in a wide area and running at his defender. Not frightened to go to the line, using his pace to get him behind. He's won Liverpool a good corner kick. In-swinger from Coutinho. Poorly delivered. Barely reaches the 6, and it's cleared away. Well, the game, Phil, really is on a knife. It can go either way at the moment. Liverpool have really struggled to find that final product, that little bit of magic around the box that can create an opening.
Well, will they find it before we reach extra time or even penalties yet again? Guarantee you that's a nightmare that Rodgers would like to avoid. Poked free Borini. Williams blocked by Borini, trying to settle Manquillo. Finds Leva. Henderson. Leva in for Coutinho. Cuts around Fulton but can't get the shot away, and now it's Shelby the other way. Good run by Montero. Driving in on Toure. Tried the outside of the boot when a simple pass might have done.
Oh, that's disappointing from Jefferson Montero. He had options around him. Imnes making a great run through the middle. Bafétimbi Gomi waiting for the service to come into the box. Good opportunity now for Swansea City. With the scoreline sitting at 0-0, they're inviting the pressure from Liverpool, looking for those breakaway chances. They're happening more and more frequently in the second half.
4 of the last 5 meetings between these two sides have seen 4 or more goals, but we're still awaiting our first here with just over a half hour to go in regulation. Nice from Taylor. Good hustle. Finally, Imnes looking to use his speed and gets taken down on the turn.
Well, as we get closer to the hour mark, I'd imagine we'll start to see a couple of substitutions coming into play, especially from Liverpool. They're just lacking that spark. And the second half has not gone in their favour. Swansea are getting more and more involved.
Chance for Dyer. It will hold. Tries to sneak it through and almost gets it past Lovren. Didn't look like it was going to be that close. Gomi. Leva trying to stay with the Frenchman, sneaking it in for Imnes and cut off by Henderson, or that could have been a goal.
Yeah, well played, Jordan Henderson, getting back in the right place just to clear the danger. Imnes putting himself into a danger zone. It's a lovely cut ball back from Gomes. And Henderson does the right thing, just clearing the danger, dealing with the corner kick.
Home crowd starting to make some noise, trying to drive their boys on. Outswinger looking for Gomi, but he sends it right down Main Street. No problem for Jones.
What a chance. It looks like it's Ricky Lambert who's close enough to him. Doesn't jump with him, neither does Johnson. Great opportunity. It's a flighted ball into the box, giving Gomes something to attack. Straight at the goalkeeper.
Starting to sense Swansea getting a bit comfortable in this match. Both teams still with their full complement, but with the threat of extra time. Neither manager looking to the bench just yet. With extra time, it tends to move that first sub back 5 to 10 minutes. Normally you'd see it around the hour mark. A little bump from Gomi just as Toure delivers. Fans wanted a foul. Shoulder to shoulder, says the ref.
Well, more often than not, you see the referee giving free kicks for situations like that, with Toure trying to play the ball long. Disappointing delivery regardless.
Ball deflects past Dyer. Here's Johnson. Normally, whenever there's the possibility of a player being injured on a challenge, the refs will lean in that direction. Again, Manquillo. Sneaking it in, Lambert kicks it back. Borini in for Coutinho. The goal at his mercy, and he shows mercy.
Well, it's another Well-educated opportunity from Liverpool. It's rather fortunate. It's another half chance more than anything from Coutinho at the top of the box. It's a bouncing ball. Very difficult to strike first time. Just slightly leaning back over the top of the crossbar it goes.
Well, this one might be another card. Taylor looking over at Stroud, saying, I didn't do anything. Referee disagrees.
Well, this one had a little bit of aggression into the challenge from Taylor. A couple of times tonight, he's been the one who's been unfortunately caught by a little slack foul. This time,
just a little late to get there.
Typical left back tackle.
Spoken by a typical left back.
And maybe just letting Borini know that he's in for a game in the second half.
One of the two Welshmen in the starting lineup today, along with Williams. Driven across, looking for Toure. Williams again, a tower of power in the back.
What a performance from Williams. Every time in the right place, clearing the danger in the air, on the deck. His positioning of play, top class.
Toure with a bit of space. They'll let him be the playmaker every day. Now out for Manquillo, who for all the effort hasn't quite seen anything from it. Outlet ball and a chance now for Gomi. Keep an eye in the middle. Gomi in a foot race with Lovren. Is there a second man through? Bangs into Johnson, but he'd already lost possession and balance. And now Liverpool. Borini making an inside run. Markovic tripped up. Fulton, though, had the steal first, says Stroud. What's fair for the goose, for the gander. Oh. Nice. Montero made Manquillo disappear, but then, instead of challenging, plays the safe ball.
That's more of the safety option from Montero. He does the hard thing by beating his fullback. And that part in the game, he's got to try to look to get to the byline, try to attack that box more often. A little bit hesitant in doing so. The safety option for these Swansea players in the final third seems to be the preferable option.
Launching it long, looking for Emnis, cleared away. Gomi challenges, gets it to Dyer. Shelvey screaming for it in the middle. Now what can he do? Sneaking it forward off a deflection. Off the challenge by Borini, and it falls straight. The ball blasted home by Emnis, and Swansea in front at Anfield.
Well, what a goal. A lot of credit goes to Shelby for trying to open up a door that wasn't originally there. Slightest of deflection falls in favour for Swansea City. But what about that for a finish? Lovely built up again. At the top of the box, Shelby trying to thread a needle. That little deflection falls in favour to Taylor, but take nothing away from that strike from Emnis. First time, great technique. It finds its way past Brad Jones into the back of the net and gives Swansea City a 1-0 lead.
A flash of red on that goal for the Whites. First, it deflects off Henderson. Then Borini kicks it off Montero, and it falls straight to the Dutchman. A Dutch treat for the Swans. And now looking to hold on. A 1-0 lead. This way to Wembley. Routledge is in to try and hold on. Midway through this second half, this is not the result that Rodgers wanted. Missing the run of Coutinho.
Oh, what a goal, Phil. Excellent ability.
And Ian, we were talking about over the first hour in this match, Emnis going out of his way to set up others. Here, the chance was just too good.
Well, in front of these fantastic supporters who have made their way to Anfield tonight, they've got their just reward. They've been patient, Swansea City. A little frustrated at the fact that Liverpool have had so much possession of the ball in the first 45 minutes, but they've started to attack more and more in the second half, and that is a wonderful goal.
Chance for a second here. Dragging it forward, Montero into the box, back for Amnes, drives and deflected. They all hit the jackpot again. Yet to score this season in league, but he's now scored in 2 straight rounds of the League Cup. Had a goal in the 3-0 win over Everton. Will that be enough here? Shelvey, but this one falls for Borini, who can't get the shot away.
Oh, a lot of pressure now on these Liverpool players. They need to inform. They need to do something to try and get back into this match. It's been really disappointing in the second half. They haven't created anything in front of goal.
Borini, Henderson, Johnson with his left, parried on the doorstep and cleared away. Johnson almost ties it up. On the doorstep was Lambert.
Now what about this from Neil Taylor? Recovery, great strike from Johnson on the left foot, and Tremel does so well, but that is excellent from the left back, Neil Taylor.
Borini would have pounced if he didn't. Glancing header back post, headed off the line by the youngster Fulton, still loose inside. High in the air from Taylor and grabbed gratefully by Gerhard Tremel.
Well, they can't catch a break. It's a beautiful ball from Coutinho into the danger zone. Toure attacks it, and Ricky Lambert tries to do something at the back post. But it's Bafétimbi Gomez who comes away with a lucky bounce that falls into the hands of Tremel. Liverpool just can't catch a break. Full credit to these Swansea players. They really have made a good game of it in the second half. I thought in the first 45 minutes they've shown far too much respect with Liverpool having the ball and so much possession. And in the second half, they've gone at Liverpool, they've caused problems, and they've defended well.
Henderson caressing it forward. Lambert blasting it back against the grain for Borini, but it deflects, and here's Montero. Launching it long. Foot race with Toure. Out of his box comes Jones with Gomi charging in.
Oh, well done, Brad Jones. Take no risk there. Miscommunication with your defender, and you find yourself 2-0 down. Just clearing the danger. I'm not surprised to see substitutions starting to take place for Liverpool.
And it will be Markovic coming out. And as we said, it's Lallana. Balotelli still on the bench. Slightly different position. Well, you'd kind of sense there might be the possibility of giving Lambert some help. Instead, like for like.
It's another creator on the field, another one that can utilize his pace and ability to try and get in behind this very strong Swansea City backline. And Liverpool need some creation. They need that little bit of magic, that spark to get back in the game. Otherwise, it's going to drift away from them quickly.
Well, Swansea taking the lead, and Liverpool's had their foot on the pedal ever since. Offside, frustration. And Lambert given the chance today to shine. Has not really done it yet. You wonder whether Balotelli on ice after so many frustrating moments since the switch. Had loosened up in the first half. He's not on the sideline here. Meanwhile, Lallana, for all of that promise, has seen him jump into the picture for England. Still awaiting the goals with Liverpool that he saw when he was with Southampton. Tremel again. He's done a good job. And earlier you said the way the match was playing out in the first half looked like it might be different, but it's not that Swansea was playing poorly. If this result holds, they deserve to advance because their game plan worked.
Yeah, spot on. The game plan worked for Gary Monk in the first 45 minutes, trying to get to half-time. You could clearly see that they weren't trying to push for a goal in the first 45, except on breakaways, and that didn't happen too frequently. So a lot of credit to get into half-time at 0-0. but they changed their game plan in the second half. They've attacked Liverpool more often than not, and they've caused a lot of problems.
And it's right around that time where you try and close up shop, but if Liverpool does find an equalizer, it might be hard for Swansea to get out again.
Well, if anything from Swansea, in the first 45 minutes, they sat back so deep inside their own half. In the second half, their midfield has pushed up a further 10 yards, and they're trying to put some high pressure on Liverpool when they have the ball.
Williams bats it away, but straight to Borini. Sends it wide to Coutinho from an angle. Knocked down by Shelvey. The ball bangs off his backside. Play on. Out comes Montero the other way. Little late start, but still able to catch up. Long switch, and it's the goal scorer Emnis on the near side, the ex-Borough man. Fakes the cross, freezes Manquillo. Back to Taylor. Got through Manquillo, but he couldn't get past him. Shelvey screaming for a call.
I thought the referee missed that one there. You could clearly see Manquillo makes absolutely no contact with the ball as Emnis gets past him.
Lambert. I have a feeling Monk would love it if he stays out near midfield and on the flank. Although, might open the door for Coutinho and Borini. Now back in position. Brazilian sneaking it in, falls for Lambert, blast on a deflection and straight to the midsection of Tremel. Everything going Swansea's way.
Well, every opportunity that Liverpool have created have been in and around the top of the box. There's been nothing inside the box around the penalty spot that's been clear cut. Another strike from distance and another one down the throat of Tremel. He's done a tremendous job tonight, the journeyman goalkeeper. And again, it's also fair to say that Tremel really hasn't had much thrown at him from either side. Everything's come right down his throat.
Balotelli is up. Penny still on, not really stretching. Of course, some Liverpool fans might say that's the way he's been playing since moving to Anfield. Good hustle by Borini. Manquillo too tricky for his own good. Montero tried to get rid of it, but good cover by Leva. Henderson squares. Here's Coutinho. Swansea getting stretched a bit, and it opened the door for the shot, but Tremel able to handle it.
Well, again, another opportunity from distance from Coutinho. He creates it himself, he strikes it himself, but Liverpool need to do a better job of movement off the ball ahead of him. Ricky Lambert, a little too frequently, he's finding himself inside that box, just standing still. He's got to make better moves off the ball, give Coutinho an option. Jordan Henderson's trying to get into the box to create an option. So far, it's not been enough for Brendan Rodgers' men. It's been really disappointing.
Well, let me ask you this, is strong run on the far flank. Rutledge unable to come around the other end, but does get the call, much to Lovren's dismay. This match could be open for another counter. It looks like there might be another switch, but for who? Shelvey takes the slow walk to the sideline.
Well, there's no real rush for Swansea. They're happy to take their time on set plays, corner kicks, allow Shelvey to go over, a clap with the fans, and be patient to take the corner.
Notice they're not cheering him now. Ball to the spot, headed wide. Looked like it came off Fernandez. Nope, they're going to say off the defense. Was going to say, though, this might be the chance for Swansea. If they want to risk Wilfred Boney, who's coming off of a beautiful game against Leicester, his speed might be the difference to give him some breathing room. Smile by Borini. Top of the box, Emnis deflected. Looks like it's Lambert who's down. Took the brunt of that hit from the Dutchman. Final 15 minutes. No, Borini. Right in the wallet.
Well, he's taking the ball where you don't want to get caught, that's for sure. He's done a good job in the first half, Borini, but he's been non-existent in the second half, as have a lot of these Liverpool players. Surely we have to see Balotelli enter the frame at some stage.
And if you don't, that might say even more. There's one deflection, there's another.
What a goal. Great strike. It's brilliant technique to pull off, and Neil Taylor just tries to put it into a danger zone. There's no real instinctive creation there from Taylor going forward. He's just trying to put it back into a danger zone, give him then something to do. But that is top-class technique to pull it off. Great strike into the far corner, and Jones had absolutely no chance.
The kid from Rotterdam, Dutch youth international, just on the outskirts of the senior side. That might be the goal that starts the spark. Gary Monk talking to Pep Clotet, is Barcelona-born #1. They obviously don't look too comfortable. Stranger things have happened at Anfield in the past. Good hustle off to Fulton, who's done well, hasn't asked too much of himself. Chance now, Rutledge again overruns his idea, but trying to catch up with it in a collision with Lovren, and he'll be whistled for the foul. And it looks like there might be a change, and it will be Balotelli. Lambert out, and the enigma in. So much talent, but can he deliver here today?
Well, that was another opportunity for Mario Balotelli. I'm not surprised to see Rodgers making this substitution. Lambert's been non-existent in the second half. Too many times caught standing still. But this is a great opportunity for Mario Balotelli to gain some confidence. And what an important goal it would be if he can find the back of the net. It's a big throw at the dice now for Rodgers. They've got no other choice but to go for it.
You heard the cheers as Lambert exited, and a few boos as Balotelli stepped on. Forces this one free. Borini running over Taylor to try and win it back. I mentioned both of these teams had been through a bit of a rough patch. And now following up that win against Leicester with a victory at Anfield, and then taking the other side of the city against an Everton side they've already beat in this competition. It might just be the start of something good for Swansea. But there's still 10 minutes left. Behind Fulton. Looked like he was skating. Couldn't get to the ball before Leva does, but it falls Swansea's way. Emness on the far side. Starting to stretch Liverpool north and south a bit. Fulton poked away Johnson.
Oh, he's done a decent job tonight, Jay Fulton, especially in the second half. He's managed to keep possession of the ball for his side, and they've enjoyed a lot more of the ball in the second half than they did in the first 45, that's for sure. And there's been a lot of players out there who've impressed in the second half for Swansea, and you're spot on, Phil. The game plan completely changes for Swansea as they come to the closing stages of this match. Liverpool have got no other option but to attack. Swansea might find a few more gaps in behind that Liverpool defence.
Well, glances off Monquillo and out. You heard the fans singing Que Sera, Sera. They might be singing whatever will be, but in their hearts, I think there might be a little nervousness. Meanwhile, the Swansea corner, only singing when they're winning. Boni comes in, fresh legs, and Gomi exits. Emness will stay out there.
Well, this is a good substitution, and simply down to the fact that we know that Boni comes on, he brings a great deal of pace. He's great at holding up possession of the ball, relieving some pressure for his team. And Gomi's did a good job for Swansea today. Held up the ball.
Well, after this for Liverpool, the throw-in from Taylor, looking for Boni, headed away. Borini to Coutinho, who somehow keeps it alive. Liverpool on the road to the tune to take on Newcastle, and then to the Bernabeu for revenge against Real, and then Chelsea. This was supposed to be the easy match. It hasn't worked out that way. And a yellow card as Williams stops the break.
Just mistimes his challenge here, Williams, clearly.
Well, did he?
Clearly
that
obstruction.
almost looked to be intent.
Assault? Should they call it assault? Nah, well played, Williams. He's had a good game today. And that yellow card right there, obviously showing a little bit of tiredness coming into his game.
8 minutes left to go in regulation. Coutinho curls around. Borini looking to try and find an opening. Manquillo made the move, but then blocked off well. Commits the foul against Montero, who has been impressive, even if it hasn't always led towards goal.
Yeah, more impressive in the second half, Montero. I think in the first half we've seen a lot more from Manquillo, a lot more confidence getting involved going forward, but very little in the second half. And this is a quiet Anfield atmosphere. A lot of the noise is coming from those fantastic Swansea fans in the corner.
Chance for Montero. Driving on Toure. Now stops. Love to see him just take him towards the goal. Although with the lead, the cross deflected. Again, flashes that never quite catch flame. Toure. 6.5 minutes left. Lovren to Henderson. A yeoman's job here today. Would Steven Gerrard have made much of a difference?
Well, I hate to say it, Liverpool in the final third have been real disappointing. I said it a couple of times throughout the course of this match, there's no real urgency. Now Balotelli's on the field. You want to see if you can create something.
Henderson caught napping. He'll get another chance. And he lets Swansea off the hook.
A disappointing effort from Henderson. He had a good start to the match, but he's faded as the game's gone on. And talk about that urgency. Look how quickly Swansea closed him down. As soon as the opportunity arose for the strike from distance, he was closed down superbly well. And a lot of credit go to those back two defenders for Swansea. Fernandes and Williams, they've worked well together. They've limited the opportunities for Liverpool to outside the box. And no clear chances inside the area.
Complete wrap-up, of course, coming up a bit later on Express Extra. Foot race with Fernandes. Coutinho seemed to bring him down. Play on, said the ref. Interesting one at Craven Cottage today with an American angle. As Fulham welcoming Derby. Tomorrow, of course, Spurs, Brighton, Stoke, Southampton, and City against Newcastle. And the draw will follow for the 5th round. And at this point, Swansea will be there. Only the second time in their history to get past the 4th round if they can hold on for 5 more minutes. Again to Borini. Down this right flank with Manquillo. Sending the service in, and it's knocked home! Balotelli's on the board! Brendan Rodgers showed faith, and it pays off.
Well, just listen to that support from Liverpool. In front of the goal, Mario Balotelli comes up with a very big goal. But what about that for a service? Wonderful from Borini. Shows the confidence to attack on the right-hand side and puts the ball into a danger zone. And Balotelli just attacks that ball. That might just be the confidence that the Italian needs. Only his 2nd goal in a Liverpool jersey. And it might just be the most important one he's got.
The other coming in the 2-1 win over Ludogorets, and that was huge. Ludogorets, one of the most impressive teams in that group, but finally getting their first win. Balotelli saving Liverpool blushes, and he does the same here. But that might mean extra time again, unless there's a winner in the next 3 minutes plus.
Well, you'd have to say for the creation that Liverpool have had in the second half, they really don't deserve that goal. But that is a brilliant cross from Borini.
Chance now as Olana sends it in too far by Coutinho. Balotelli's big, but Coutinho's eyes even bigger on that one.
You know, it's only his second contact of the game, and of course the frustrations from everybody is always in the direction of Mario Balotelli, because he is that type of player that attracts the attention.
Fulton taking a seat. Tom Carroll had been some thought he might start today, but the ex-Spurs youngster comes in late to save some blushes. Of course, he still might get 30 minutes if we don't see another goal here. Something as well, both teams sticking their big men in. Boni, if he has had a touch, it was a token one in midfield. Borini setting Balotelli up. He made it look easy. It wasn't.
No, it wasn't. And it really all goes down to the cross and the pace of the delivery.
Here he is again. Skies it high. Good thing he didn't do that on the shot.
I think he'll breathe a huge sigh of relief, and as will Brendan Rodgers. You know, you throw Mario Balotelli, and we mentioned it when he came onto the field, what that can do for his confidence. It's an important goal, but it's still on an edge here. This game could go either way. Swansea have played so well in the second half and deserved their lead. And Liverpool have patiently waited for that opportunity in front of goal. And it is Super Mario who finds the back of the net.
And again, with only one more match between now and Real Madrid, a huge goal. Something you can hang your hat on to build some confidence. Doesn't quite reach Boni. Falls for Coutinho the other way. Flips it up and over. Carroll off to Henderson. Telegraphed and intercepted by Routledge. Carroll, the two subs trying to combine. Testing ball from Carroll. Advantage could have been played, but Toure will be whistled for the foul and a card to boot.
Well, I'll give the referee a bit of credit here. He had a great opportunity to play advantage, and the Swansea players are not happy he didn't play advantage, eager to pull out the yellow card, and rightfully so. It's a wonderful pass forward. Taylor, not much contact on the foul, to be honest.
Going full speed, maybe didn't need much, but Liverpool will take that rather than allow Montero off to the races.
Well, there's nothing more frustrated as a Swansea player there that he blows the whistle.
Boni, first touch near the area, a missed touch, but Liverpool feeling the pressure. Bit surprised Swansea isn't pushing forward, trying to grab this in regulation. Kind of sense extra time might be another Anfield miracle. Back for Taylor, crossed, cleared by Johnson. Here's Coutinho, drives it forward, but Balotelli was out wide. Carroll back to Fernandez. Here's Williams. Taylor for Boni on the turn. Trying to find a gap. Shelvey, Gomi still loose, and Lovren getting some help. Off to the near side. Balotelli tees it up. We've seen him score from there, but not this time.
Well, he's had 4 contacts on the ball. The first one was a simple layoff. The second one was in the back of the net, and the last 2 have found their way into the crowd. Disappointing effort from Mario Balotelli. He's got to show more confidence. He's got his goal now. And as it comes to the closing stages of this match, there's good options going forward for Liverpool. Balotelli just chose the wrong one.
Meanwhile, for Swansea, Emnis and Boni, 2 dangerous weapons as well. This one far from over, but you sense momentum is switched. Cleared away by Johnson, but only as far as Rangel tried to dribble through and loses possession. Here's Coutinho, strong challenge. Fernandez leading with his feet, says the referee, and it's a red card. This is going to be worth a replay.
Well, we've got to have a look at the replay. Initially, my immediate reaction was that was a great challenge from Fernandez. Now, unless he's gone studs up into the challenge, I can't understand why the referees produced a red card. The replay will tell us all. And Fernandes, who's had a terrific game tonight, is a key man to now be losing towards the end of this game.
Gary Monk has made that challenge himself a number of times. Take another look.
Well, here we have a good look at it. Coutinho's last contact on the ball takes him slightly away from it, but that is nowhere near a studs-up challenge. He goes with his knees, Fernandes, into the challenge. That's not a red card.
It's not even a foul, at least in my book.
That's a terrible decision from the referee, and it's an important decision for Liverpool because now Swansea lose a key defender towards the closing stages of this match and maybe even for extra time.
Might have to drop Shelvey to the back line to try and help. Still no signal on how much time to be added. Balotelli on the free kick. And again, aiming high.
Well, I can't quite believe it. It's an unbelievable decision from the referee.
Worst part for Monk and Swansea. They've already used all of their substitutions. So they'll have to patchwork the defense with what they have on the pitch.
Oh, it's probably lucky that they brought Carroll onto the game. Shelby will probably pop in.
He is, and he misses it. Balotelli to Coutinho. Passes up the pass and blasts the shot that's parried away. Boney again looking a bit rough. Coutinho again. Balotelli is down at the top of the 18. Liverpool playing on. Might have taken a bit of extra attention with the Reds pushing forward. Back to his feet. Murini doesn't find him. Cleared away Leva. Lallana over on the far side, down again. Shelvey and Balotelli exchanging pleasantries.
Well, it's an off-the-ball incident with Balotelli and Shelvey inside the box, and Shelvey just swings his arm in the direction of Balotelli.
And Balotelli, sensing that the fuse was lit, tries to get the explosion against Shelvey. That doesn't go over too well in England.
Well, from the replay, it looked like Balotelli has forced himself into Shelvey and then goes to ground easily.
As though he'd been headbutted.
A good battle. Keep your eye on those two. Shelvey looks like he's going to sit back into the middle of that defence for Swansea.
And at some point, Balotelli doesn't mind because right now he's living inside Shelvey's head. Might open the door for someone else. Looking long. And there's the someone else. Not at home by Lovren. A winner at the death. A swan song for Swansea. They thought it was theirs.
Oh, what a finish. For a man who's done so well throughout the course of this match, Tremel makes a terrible mistake. The goalkeeper comes out into absolutely no man's land. It's an area he should not attack unless he claims this ball. Lovren says thank you very much and picks up his first Liverpool goal. And what an important goal it was. A composed header into an empty net, and Liverpool have won it.
Have to take a look on the replay. But for a man who barely put a foot wrong this entire match in Ashley Williams, the captain was left grasping 10 yards behind the play and Lovren wide open. Regardless, a match that Liverpool looked destined to lose 10 minutes ago, now into the 97th minute and a ticket punched for the 5th round. A chance for 3, just trickles wide.
Well, Swansea have just switched off over the last 15 minutes of this game. Not helped by the referee's decision to send off Fernandes, but take nothing away from the strike from Lovren in the end. It clearly goes down as a goalkeeping error, but Liverpool have done well towards the 90 minutes of this match. They've attacked non-stop since Balotelli's come onto the field and created a lot of problems.
And in a tiring stretch of games to come, they've avoided extra time and penalties. Balotelli dribbles it out. The final whistle from Keith Stroud. The two mates shaking hands one relieved, and one frustrated. Liverpool advances a heroic 2-1 win at Anfield.
Well, a terrific second half of football, and full credit goes to Swansea. The way they played and the way they attacked Liverpool, they caused all sorts of problems and really deserved their lead. And then Liverpool, never say die attitude got them back into this game. The referee makes a controversial decision. There's absolutely no question about it. But a lot of credit to Mario Balotelli for getting that equalising goal. And Lovren scoring his first for Liverpool. You won't find a more important one to hit.
Keith Stroud had a great game with the whistle, but it's that one red card to Federico Fernandez that will show up in the headlines. Balotelli and Lovren, the equalizer and the winner, as Liverpool bounces back.